Well, this is nice. I'm out in the pond doing pond treatments again. This is the second one of the season and it's looking pretty good, as you can see. Wow, what a difference from last year. Um, we've got the weeds under control, and we've got the reeds growing, but not up the bank. So my goal was to keep some of the reeds as a habitat, because they're kind of the fish and frog habitat, but not overtaking the bank and up the bank so that we can't get around here. And also just a little buffer between the wildlife and, our activities. But what's happening since I've kept them back is grass is growing down the bank and wildflowers. So I'm trying to encourage the wildflower growth. And there's a few. We have violets growing, and there's the Virginia, I can't remember, I have to look it up. There's a few wildflowers. I'm going to start documenting them, and so I can remember which ones to encourage and which ones to get rid of. We have like a creeping ivy here as well. I can't remember the name of the Virginia one, but definitely violets. So that's kind of fun. I just saw a snake over on the bank, probably about 3 feet. We have a lot of water snakes that live in the pond too, and a huge turtle that's been here for a long time, a snapping turtle, where his head is bigger than both of my fists put together. And he's humongous. He's very shy. He's been here for many years. We call him Sam. But sometimes you'll be sitting on the bank and you'll see the head pop up and then the rest of the body, which, oh my gosh, I mean, this thing must be a few hundred pounds at least. But look how spectacular the pond is looking. So we're going to keep up on it this year. It's not going to be nearly as much work as it was last year to get it under control. We'll just keep up with the treatments, keep the little river running. We have a little river off one side that it gets naturally fed from a spring that runs under our property, and it constantly feeds the pond. And then on the complete opposite bank we have a little waterfall river, and it keeps the water moving. Eventually we'll put an aerator in it, but we don't have any power down here, and the solar aerators we've looked at it in the vicinity of $6,000 for this size pond. So not really, there's higher priority things on our list to get done before we get the aerator, but eventually we'll have that out here too. But look how stunning this pond is. It's beautiful. So it's really nice. This is a chore I actually don't mind, but I would like to get a flat bottom boat, a John boat, to make this a little easier than the paddle boat, but we work with what we've got. So this is pretty great. We are Virginia Spring Beauty. It started growing around the banks. There's our violets. Guess what I see? He's like, what are you doing to my pond? I'm trying to make it healthy, buddy. It's our little waterfall. Keeps the water moving through the pond. You can see over there, from the spring that runs under the property, there's several inlets like that. So these little things, they are water chestnuts, and they are like my nemesis this year. Well, they were last year too, but oh my god, they took over last year. So they can lay dormant for a really long time. They're like spiky, so they stick to things. And when the temperature is just right, they send shoots down, form roots on the bottom of the pond, and you are locked in for a long time trying to get rid of them. So this year, I actually, just after the snow melt, we had a lot of water, and it like pushed all these chestnuts to the bank. And I came down here with a giant rake, and I think I have like, oh, I can't remember what size garbage bins they were. Huge, like 64-gallon size maybe, and took 6 of those bucket loads of those out of here. And as you can see, we've had a little bit of weather, but it's the spring feed pushes them to the bank, and it's going to rain tomorrow too, so I'm letting it go today. But tomorrow after the rain, what I'm going to find is like all the ones around the other side of the bank, there'll be more water in the pond, it'll push them all over this side, and I can get them out easily rather than try to pick them one by one out. But I've already taken so many out, and that alone is going to keep the pond a little healthier this year. And I just keep, if I find them floating in the middle, getting ready to send their roots down, I just pluck them out. I've got a bucket full of them right here.